I've literally been sitting here not knowing how to start this video, so I think I'm just gonna talk. I apologize ahead of time if my words get a little bit mixed up, because some people like to take things out of context and switch things around here on the internet. And even though I am a small content creator, you never know who might see this, and I don't want to have those type of things happen. So I'm just gonna talk. I apologize ahead of time, but this is something that I've been wanting to talk about. I was supposed to talk about it last month, but as you can see, I haven't been filming anything or haven't put any like videos of me out, just because I've been in a state where I have had a lackluster of wanting to just, you know, do this whole thing and stuff. So basically this video is going to be about depression and how it affects not just me, but other people as well. So I got diagnosed with depression probably about three or 4 years ago, I believe. It was a time in my life where I was really going through a lot. My grandmother had passed away, and my grandmother was one of the main people in my life that I can go to for everything. She was one of my best friends, and it hurt like a lot, and it brought me into this realm of anxiety and just sadness, and it was really hard to handle. I started to close out people in my life, started to close out friends in my life. Certain friends even like left my life, and it was just tough. It was really tough. And at some point I had to realize that I can't keep myself in this situation that I'm in, because basically what it was is that I kept feeling like there was nobody there. And that's the one thing that depression can do, is my mentality, it changes you. It makes you feel like even when you do have friends, it makes you feel like they aren't there. And they are, which is a really fortunate thing. Some people, they don't have friends to go to. Some people, they don't have family to go to. I had family, I had friends and everything. But it's almost like when you do that, certain people don't really know how to react to it. It's almost as if they make it seem like you're a crazy person when you're not. And it was hard for me to go to people, because I always felt like if I did, they were gonna say that same exact thing of that I was just tripping, you know, that I was just, you know, crazy and stuff like that. And unfortunately to say, in the African American community, depression is something that our race doesn't take to the heart, if that makes sense. Because most of the time it's like there'll be times where people will have their parents or friends and be like, depression, you know, just shrug that off, like you're tripping, you know what I mean? You're sad, why are you sad, you know? And it's like, I have feelings, you know what I mean? I can't just be happy 24/7, especially when stuff in life causes you to be sad or causes you to be mad or anything like that, you know? And it was just tough during times like those, because stuff was going on in my family and stuff was going on with friends, and it gets a lot sometimes. Life can be a struggle in itself. But this video isn't for me to be complaining about stuff that's happened to me, or complain about things that have happened, or complain about how life will be up one time and then be bad or be struggling. And this is mostly about how I've come to the realization that if you're depressed, it's not a bad thing. And I know that sounds like, what? Of course it's a bad thing. But my thing is that with having depression and having anxiety, I do have times where I could be the happiest person on earth. And that's another thing that I always want to push towards people that do have depression, is that it's okay to have it. Don't make it feel like because you have depression, like things are just gonna be horrible and you can't go on through life, because you can. Because happiness and depression go hand in hand. It's like they're brother and sister. I know you hate to hear it, but things do get better, and I've learned that the hard way, to the point where it's like I have spur moments where I do get sad and things like that. But back when I really had it hard, I always had thoughts of, you know, ending my life, and just, it made me realize that I'm too strong of a person and other people aren't. And that's something that really, it's really sad to this day, is that some people aren't strong enough to handle their problems, to handle their situations, and they think that ending their life is the best solution. And And I'm here to tell you that it isn't, because there's nothing wrong with you. You just have to try your best to be as strong as you can be. And I know that's an understatement, and I know you're probably like, that doesn't help me at all. But what you have to realize is that we're here on this earth, and we were put here for a reason. We were put here for a purpose, and you need to be the strongest person that you can be to fulfill that purpose. I don't think anyone wants you to end your life early without seeing what you can truly do. And I know it's tough, but if you do have depression and you do have anxiety and you're sad and stuff like that, there's so many things that you can do to make sure that you can find that happiness in the day, or find that happiness in the week, month, whatever it is, to make sure that you keep just going on. And I know it's like hard, but like, just find something. You know, I had to find something to keep on striving. Like, I started doing videos, and I started doing like going out with my friends, and I started like learning how to like do things that help me meditate, and like do things that make me like relieve stress off of my mind and off of my body. And I was tired of it just affecting me so much, because life is precious. It really is. And there's times where I thought that life was just despicable, and I had to come to the, you know, thought process of, if you end your life, you don't know how many people you're gonna make sad. You don't know how many people that might make them depressed, or might make them have anxiety. And that's a lot of guilt. And I would never want to put that type of feeling, that type of just anguish on anybody else. So basically what I'm saying is, I know you might be uncomfortable calling hotlines, but just find anything that can help you realize that your life matters, that you matter. And right now I'm telling you, I might not even know you. You might be a stranger, for all I know, and you might not even be a subscriber. Shoot, nobody might even watch this video. But if that one person is, that one person that's going through a lot, that you're contemplating on just ending it, I want you to know that you do matter. You matter. You matter.